Today I'm going to show you how I reached Diamond in Marvel Rivals in just 8 hours. The best part, I did playing only solo queue. Stick around because I will be sharing the tips and tricks that worked for me and that can work for you too. My first tip is to learn the basic mechanics of every champion. Yes, you heard that right. You don't need to master every single one, but you absolutely need to understand how they work. Here's why. I've noticed in low elo that many players die repeatedly simply because they don't understand the champion's abilities. Though take some time to familiarize yourself with every champ, you can do this in the practice range or while leveling up your account in quick play to level 10. Even just 5 minutes with each champ will help you understand what to look out for in a real match. For example, a common mistake I've seen in Bronze and Silver is players ignoring Penny Parker's arcane mines. Most don't even realize they need to destroy them simply because they don't know what her abilities do. So my advice is get there, try out every champion and learn their basics. It will make a huge difference in your gameplay. The next step is to decide which role you want to play. I keep it simple. I decide to focus only on playing strategist. Here's why. Trying to play too many roles will take too long to master. So sticking to one is easier. Focusing on one rule helps you improve faster because every rule has a main job. Once you pick your role, you need to figure out which champions are good and which are not. Basically what's strong in the game and what isn't. From there, pick 2 champions in that role and play them a lot. Make sure they aren't too hard to play. For example, Spider-Man is harder to play than Scarlet Witch. In general, DPS is the hardest role, not because of the champions, but because everyone wants to play it. On the other hand, playing a good tank or support can really help your team and is often more valued. As for me, I focus only on Mantis and sometimes played others like Cloak and Dagger. I picked Mantis because she has a strong set of skills. She can heal, deal a lot of damage and help a lot in battles. So those were 2 really basic things to keep in mind when you're new or just starting the game. But another important thing is to not let yourself get discouraged. There are a lot of toxic people out there or just negative players in general. If you have had 2 games with toxic players on your team, take a break and queue up again later to cool off. I know how frustrating it can be when people are toxic, but the best thing to do is take a step back and very importantly don't forget to stay positive yourself. Your positivity will motivate others and create a better team vibe which makes the whole game much more fun for everyone. I played the role of a strategist and I believe it's the strongest role in the game. In fact, I think escaping elo hell is actually really easy as strategist. Why? Because healers are incredibly strong. And as a strategist, it's your job to make the most of your positioning and keep your teammates alive as long as possible. These 2 factors alone helped me improve quickly in gold and platinum. As a strategist, you are the key to your team's success. Your job isn't just to deal damage, but primarily to ensure that your teammates stay alive long enough to reach their full potential. Healers are incredibly powerful because they can make the difference in team fights. The better you get, the more you will realize that your positioning and timing are often the deciding factors. Positioning is truly the most important aspect as strategist. You need to know exactly where you are doing a team fight. You must make sure that you are out of danger while keeping all of your teammates healed. High ground on maps is often the best place to be because it allows you to maintain control of the fight. Your role is not to be in the front line, but to act strategically and ensure your teammates stay alive as long as possible. But don't forget about your tanks. They are the foundation of your team and crucial to winning the game. As a strategist, you need to make sure your tanks stay alive as well, because without them, your team will crumble. You will quickly realize that after a while you will know exactly how to move around each map and where to position yourself to have the greatest impact on the fight. To escape elo hell, focus on your positioning, keep your DPS alive and support your tanks. If you master these aspects, you will quickly notice not only an improvement in your gameplay, but also that you are dominating the game. is not just about winning fights, but about seeing the game from a strategic perspective. As a strategist, you will quickly understand just how much impact you will really have, and Diamond will no longer be a distant goal. To sum it up, escaping Elu Hell really isn't as hard as it seems, especially when you're focusing on mastering one rule and sticking to it. As strategist, the key is all about positioning, keeping your teammates alive, and knowing when and where to be most impactful. And remember, mental toughness is just as important. Don't let toxic player or bad games get to you. Take breaks when needed, stay positive, and bring positive energy to your teammates. With consistency and focused mindset and a commitment to improving, you will quickly start seeing results in your gameplay. Your ranks doesn't define you, but your growth and this dedication will help you get closer to that diamond rank faster than you think. Keep learning, stay patient, and enjoy the climb. Thanks so much for watching. I wish you the best of luck on your journey to diamond.